Welcome, everybody. Can you hear the cryings in your soul? There's more than one. It's up to you to choose who you feed tonight. My friends and I have always heard of the ghost stories of our school. It's always been the hush-hush stories being told by students who stay after school for activities. It's their way of getting a thrill in their otherwise mundane school days. They talk about the mysterious hand in the locker of room 4B, the girl who hung herself in the second-floor bathroom, the ghost that would appear to join your group as you walked across the school gymnasium at 10 at night. All these stories would pass from mouth to ear, from student to student, in the dusk hours in the school. Almost all of the stories had one thing in common. Every story had been experienced by at least a dozen people. These people confirmed the truth of the stories as to solidify the legends and myths. But there was one story that laid a mystery, and no one knows where it even came from. It is the story of the ghost with red eyes. One of my friends, Liam, heard of a story about a ghost with red eyes that wandered the halls of the school at night, looking for people to play with. When I first heard this story, it sent shivers down my spine. I hated it when ghosts wanted to play with people. I don't know. There's just something about that scared me more. However, all my friends were enraptured by the story. Even more so when Liam said that the story didn't have an origin. No one knew where it came from, and no one has seen the ghost. You see, my group of friends has a peculiar hobby. Not only do we love talking about the ghost stories in the school like most, but we also sometimes like to prove some of the more dubious stories with actual proof. We'd do this by doing ghost hunting. We'd prepare for the night and get supplies ready for when we'd stay the night at school. We went to a private school, so we all had uniforms, which would make the fact that we didn't change our clothes from yesterday not that noticeable. Then we'd just stay hidden in one of the classrooms until the guards would lock up the school for the night. We had done it before, doing it mostly for the thrill of the adventure and the bonding we'd have as friends. We rarely found substantial evidence to prove that ghosts existed, but we'd experience some weird creaks and noises that we'd jump at, and just laugh about it afterwards. All in all, it was usually a fun time and not at all dangerous, but we've never tried going ghost hunting from a story this vague before. All the other stories have the ghosts do singular actions, like appearing in front of you, or giving you a tap on the shoulder, or even the occasional cold spot. But something about this gave me a wrong feeling. It might have been the unknown source, but I felt more scared of the word Liam used in the story. Play. The ghost wanted to play. I didn't want to be a scaredy cat of the group, so I still went along with it. I just imagined it would be the same as our old trips where we just felt a cold breeze and had a good laugh at who got scared first. So after a week of planning and gathering information about the story, we've narrowed down the areas where we could potentially find the ghost to 3 spots: the gymnasium, the 5th floor food hall, and the main stairway in the middle of the school. We planned to stay over the next Friday so that we could potentially sleep through the rest of the weekend classes we had, since they were usually just makeup classes. That night, we did the usual routine. We all stayed behind for club activities, but then started to slowly move into our hiding spots all over the school at around 6 to 7 p.m. We thought that it would be smart to hide separately, so that if one of us got caught, the guard would feel like he was the only one, and the rest of the group could continue on with the adventure. Luckily enough, none of us got caught, and we all emerged from our hiding spots once we heard the loud snap of the school gates being locked for the night. At that, our ghost hunting began. We all met up at the first location, the gymnasium. We remember the last time we went there and felt that gust of wind that we soon figured out was just a window that was left open the same night. This time, we walked the entirety of the gym and slowly tried to look for anything peculiar or out of the ordinary. It seemed normal, and nothing really moved or felt different, other than it was creepy as hell because of the darkness. We decided to move on to the next spot, the food hall. As we stepped into the hall, I could have sworn I saw a red light coming from the far end of the hall. I jumped back as I thought it was a ghost, but Liam went closer to find out it was just one of the emergency lights signaling that it was out of battery. Everyone had a good laugh at my episode, and we continued to explore. For the next few hours, there wasn't really anything out of the ordinary. Everything seemed normal, just dark, but we saved the best for last. Most of the sources Liam asked said that they saw the ghost along the main stairway of the school. We started at the ground floor, planning to go floor by floor to see if we can find something. We slowly crept up the stairs when I heard a laugh from behind me. It was pretty high-pitched, so I thought it might have been Becca. Her voice was pretty childlike, and the voice I heard was similar to a kid laughing. I didn't bother to ask her as it might freak her out. We moved from the third to the fourth until we reached the top. I saw Liam, who was leading the group, just stop at the top of the staircase. He wasn't moving. We asked him what was going on, but he didn't respond. We shone our lights to him and saw he was visibly shaken. A shiver went down all our spines. We slowly crept up to peek at what was at the top of the 6th floor, and saw it. It was a little boy, roughly about 6 to 7 years old, wearing our school's uniform. He just stood there, at the landing of the 6th floor, staring at the ground. I pushed past Liam and went to the kid, thinking that he might have been stranded and locked. He might have been scared being all alone in the school at night. I tried to console him, and then a thought came to me. I asked Liam, the ghost that we are looking for, what were the descriptions? He started to talk. Male, child, red eyes. I snapped back to the kid to see him staring right at me with the blood-red eyes and a wicked smile on his face. I yelled and screamed and ran to my friends, but it was too late. He grabbed my leg and dragged me back down the stairs. I quickly held on to Liam's foot as he grabbed onto Becca. We all linked together like a human chain, all single-handedly being dragged down 6 flights of stairs all the way to the bottom. At the bottom of the stairs, I felt the grip on my leg release, and all of my friends and I just lay there bruised and scratched from the weight down. When I looked up, I saw the kid looking at us with a bloody red eyes and wicked smile as he said, "Let's play again soon," then disappeared into the night. Me and my friends never went ghost hunting, ever again. Thank you everybody for watching this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Right now we are 2 subscribers away from our 50 subscriber mark. It may not seem much, but to us it's a very exciting moment. And if you guys would like to help us out with that, please click the like and subscribe button down below. And hopefully we'll see you every week. Bye!